I am your host,
hold
the
on.
film
Just
doctor.
stop doing my job. Welcome to Film Addict, guys.
Okay,
I'm your host, the Film Doctor.
stop,
This is my
stop,
co-host,
stop,
the
stop.
Film Nerd.
Okay, we're not going to do this every week. You forget how much control I have. You are going to be the film nurse. That is your position. All right, it's already in stone whether you agree or not. Now, what are you? Are you the film doctor or the film nurse?
I'm the Film Doctor.
Okay, see, that's where you're wrong. This is where I'm going to fix it and tell everybody what you are. So whether you like it or not, we're going to continue to do this all the time where I let everyone know you are the film nurse. The film nurse. That is all. You're underneath me. You're the film nurse, okay? I'm the film doctor. I came up with it. That's all I have to say, all right? We're going to move into movies that are new releases. So, the movie it's not really a movie, it's more or less a TV show. We had talked about The Boys season 1. We now got the first 3 episodes of The Boys from season 2. I'm gonna let you go first. Tell me what your thoughts are.
There's so much that they still didn't explain, and like I've been telling you, I'm so upset that we have to wait every Friday to get this. This is like streaming. I was so excited for this Friday to come out to see these episodes, and then like for there to only be 3 is kind of like, okay, where's the rest? But besides that, I thought the first 3 episodes were good. Um, they brought a new character in, Stormfront, and just like it took them forever to get to showing what she does, but uh, pretty cool character. Getting some good backstory on her. I think we're getting a lot of exposition as to where they're going in these kind of first 3 episodes, just because like we kind of left off on a cliffhanger with what happened to. I don't know if we're spoiling the first season yet or not. Are we doing that?
I feel like if they watch my show, the film addict,
My show
then
continue.
they would have already watched the review of season 1 and would not have been brought here to season 2. So at this point, they're spoiling it for themselves to watch a review of season 2 prior to season 1 review. So go ahead.
Yeah. So after Madeline has been killed, you got Vault in disarray. You got Billy Butcher being dropped off by Homelander in front of his wife and kid. So they kind of left us off on a cliffhanger, and I felt like the first 3 episodes they would kind of explain. Some of that stuff they didn't explain were just like kind of like things are happening now. So I thought we'd get a little bit more exposition as to about where we ended. But as far as like the acting is still good. Homelander as a father is terrifying. I pray no one ever has a father like that. If you do, please.
He was trying to teach really good values.
Yeah. Yeah. So that actor, Anthony Starr is his name, by the way. Phenomenal job. Phenomenal job in this TV show. I fully
Phenomenal.
expect him phenomenal. As
Phenomenal.
Homelander, as Homelander, he does a fantastic job as Homelander.
I mean,
As
he's all
Homelander.
right.
He's very believable as Homelander. So yeah, the we still have most of the same cast um back together, and so it's just like the first 3 episodes were just kind of trying to explain where they are now and kind of what's happening in the world, what they're doing to try to continue to like get back to where they want to be in their certain spaces without ruining the show. But I can say, I have to admit, even when I like something, the first 2 episodes can be slow for people, especially if, because they weren't explaining what happened at the end. We kind of want a branch there, and they really give us a branch from the first episode. And maybe that'll come later when we get the rest of them. But I can admit that the first 2 episodes were slow, and we really didn't get into what we loved the boys for until episode 3.
So what are you giving it as a rating for the first 3 episodes?
It pains me to do it, but for the first 3 episodes, I'd say A-, B+, and I'm kind of teetering on those.
You said
But
an A-?
A-, B+, just because of how slow it was and things that weren't explained that we're still kind of left on cliffhangers for. I get that it's a TV show, and maybe my rating will be more complete when we get the rest of the episodes. But for now, just because like I have to be realistic and honest, especially with my reviews that I've said, the slowness is kind of taking a little bit away from me. The slowness plus the lack of exposition that's going on is kind of taking a little bit away from me. And we get some of it in different areas, but like when you have a running TV show and you leave off on a cliffhanger, people are going to expect you to explain stuff in the first three episodes.
And not even just that, and that was something I thought about in terms of the first episode, is that's even though it's season 2, it's a pilot
Yeah.
for season 2. And so that has to be your ultimate selling point in general. So you really have to hook people in to say that every episode that follows this is going to be, even if it's going to be shit, you have to lie or have the pilot be so good that you're like, I need to finish this whole season. I need to see every episode afterwards. And, to talk about anything, that's why I'm a little bothered by your rating, because if you look at the first 3 episodes as being a full-length movie, and it didn't get good or interesting until episode 3, that's 2/3 of the movie was slow. And you're giving it a higher rating than that normal things that you would give that may take 30 minutes to get into it.
Again, that's why I said I'm struggling with my rating, because there are certain things about it that I really did love. I love the action sequences we got in the first 3 episodes. Again, I love some of the actors and actresses. Well, actresses and actors in this. Let's flip that. Actresses and actors in this TV show, but I mean, I can understand if it goes down to a B minus for some people, or even a C. I get it. I mean, like I said, there are just certain things that I liked about it, but just being consistent myself, like I understand if it's a slog, because like it's hard, especially like it just bothers me when it's supposed to be like you're making an episodic TV show, you leave off on a cliffhanger, and then you have this slow beginning to season 2. It's like, yeah, you got people hooked, from season 1, but what about the people that are just coming in? There are a lot of people who just go online, they read the plot, and then they jump into whatever season they're in. People did that with many TV shows, and so now you're not going to have them hooked based on the first 2 episodes you had.
I would say that I'm not somebody who's turned off by things being slow. If that is a sell point for the end result, if the payoff in that is worth the time invested, even if it's a 2-hour movie and I spent 1 hour and 50 minutes of it in storytelling that's boring, but the last 10 minutes had the best payoff for that 1 hour and 50 minutes. And to me, the entire film as a film is good. And I'm looking at it like from the perspective, and we'll have to maybe review it down the road, a movie called Mother, where it was just pointless. And then even towards the end, like everything in general, just, I didn't get it. It was stupid, blah, blah, blah. And then when it was explained to me, the connections that it had with certain things made it an all-around better film. I mean, to be the film doctor, you have to look at film as not just being like, was it entertaining and whatnot, that anybody that's telling a story, it's like art, okay? Somebody as a painter that's painting, you can't say that all paint has to be put on, these colors have to be put on first and these colors. Everyone as an artist does it however they want. I actually, looking at a lot of things with Chadwick Boseman, I saw somebody that was an artist, and he was painting, he had taken like leaves or something, and he had dipped them in paint, and he was kind of painting on this thing. And then when he flipped the picture upside down, or the right side that was supposed to be, because it was upside down when he was painting it, it was a picture of Chadwick Boseman. And so that goes just to the order, like you don't have to paint it with paintbrushes. You don't have to paint it the right side up. However, you can paint it upside down. And so different films are done differently when I connected to that, to where you have to look at it from the masterpiece. It doesn't matter if he used paintbrushes or not. It doesn't matter if he painted it upside down. The picture, the end result, the picture was beautiful.
Well, that's the problem, right? We don't have the end picture. We only have 3 episodes. And I think, my perspective on it could change, where that stuff would be worth it, but I don't know yet. We still have, I think this goes every Friday until like almost the second week towards the end of October.
Now, are they
So
doing one episode each or 3 episodes?
so the first 3 episodes were dropped this Friday, September 4th, and then we'll get one episode every Friday until the end of October.
So from my perspective, like I was saying,
Mhm.
I'm not thrown off when movies are slow starting out. It does take a while for me to get hooked in, but like I've already explained, if the payoff is worth it, the payoff is worth it. If we're just analyzing these 3 episodes, what are these first 3 episodes? What's that rating and what do I think on it?
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, maybe it's going to change towards the end, but right now, C plus.
That's that's why I said it could be B minus to C to some people.
And,
I feel like that's a fair rating,
and it's only C plus because of episode 3.
which was phenomenal.
If episode 3 was the same as episode 1 and 2, we wouldn't be talking about this on bad reviews. because 1 and 2 just seem pointless. What the fuck are they talking about? Where is it going? Where is the story? Who are these new people? And I understand if you got to build up new people, you got to build up new people. And granted, the new chick that you can see inside of your background with the short black hair and the cape, they didn't need a lot of episodes for me to be like, that's a cold. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It didn't take long.
No.
A 2-minute scene, 3-minute scene sold the shit out of her.
Right.
But in 2 episodes, they couldn't even catch my attention with people that they already built a whole season off of.
Yeah. Yeah.
The best part I will say that I liked, and I assume it was inside of episode 3, just because everything that was good was in episode 3, was the funeral for Translucent.
Which was also in episode 3 because everything that was good was in episode 3.
Everything was good. It was inside episode 3. I'm dead. I'm dying laughing at that funeral. Like everything about it. Everything about the
And
new.
that's why I like the character Homelander so much, because even in the funeral, like that was perfect too.
His scene with the son that you were talking about, I liked it. I kind of saw it coming, but I was like, honestly, if that's the kind of superhero that he is, that bad superhero, then I wouldn't expect anything less from that kind of character towards his son.
Yeah,
I think that was done very well. And how he just kind of shrugged it off like, what? I'm trying to help him out here, like kind of ordeal.
Your father.
I'm his father. This is what we do. This is bonding time. And then to find out more stuff about his son raises the bar even more.
Right.
So they have so much potential and direction for these 3 this season, should I say, just as they did out of the first season, but I think that they dropped the ball in the first 2 episodes of the first 3.
Like I said, I can agree with that. Anybody who feels that way, I completely understand. Hopefully we can get a better picture of what the heck they were doing in those first 2 episodes, and they can make it make sense later. But
I literally could have got on YouTube and watched videos of paint drying, like YouTube videos of paint drying, and taken more interest to that than episode 1 and 2 of The Boys of season 2.
Which is so disappointing, right? Because like we love the first season, and then just to have that happen off the bat, especially something that you're, because I didn't know anything about it until you brought it up, and then I watched it, and then I fell in love with it, and then I'm like, okay, I'm geared up, I'm ready for season 2, and then that happens. That's why this is a hard one for me, because this is something that I was really looking forward to, that I enjoyed the first season very much, and then just to have like the first 2 episodes of this happen, and just like for the stuff that they have going on, I mean, it's a tough one. This is one of my toughest reviews as a film doctor. We got to think and consult. We'll see what happens, but yeah, I would not be mad anywhere from B minus to C range if someone gave it that. I could understand that completely.
Well, I am the film doctor, and this has been a
I
review
am the film
of new
doctor, and this has
releases.
been a
Do
great.
I really need to blur out your voice? Because I will do it. Let's not do my thing.